So CBRS, there's a dynamic way of managing this 175 megahertz of real estate.
150, but
150, excuse me.
Generous.
150 meg, yeah, 155 maybe.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Whatever it takes. Yeah, around 150 megahertz. And it's this shared resource, and it's a shared resource for everybody using it. So the SaaS helps to manage this based on GPS location, and there's providers that it's all part of the system and how it works. But what does it mean to a hospital or an enterprise that wants to deploy this? I mean, this sounds like it's very cellular.
Yeah. Well, so that the mechanisms at the beginning, I mean, obviously you always had access to the small cell, like we talked about earlier. So that was great. The missing component was really more like getting access to like cellular, like spectrum, like not Wi-Fi, and kind of in a shared way. So that's really what the OnGo Alliance was trying to solve, is like, how do we create the sharing mechanism where it's fair for everybody?
Because you create interference and problems, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you need somebody who can act as a referee. It's almost like you're playing a game. The reason for the referee is to kind of, you can play with your friends and like you can call the game as much as you want, but to play professionally and all that, you really kind of need somebody who's like a judge or an arbiter, or somebody who's like, look, you get this much, you get this much, and you're not using it, bring it back, and so on. It's like, hey, you're transmitting too hot. I mean, you can set up a lot of the rules ahead of time, but you just want somebody to kind of keep an eye on it and making sure they're like, why do you need traffic cops, for example?
Yeah.
I just need to make sure the traffic keeps flowing, correctly.